I knew I shouldn't have switched to satellite television. God dang it, every time it frickin' rains, dude. Seriously, every time.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. The Perverts Have Spoken. Oh, yes. Coming off last night's episode where I talked about the movie Poltergeist, the remake that was out this year, as well as featuring some Black Ops 3 beta gameplay because the rage! Anyways, so tonight is the 5th episode, and I know that one of my subscribers had suggested that I don't do just reviews this year, which was never the plan. I don't do all reviews, but the majority of them are reviews. But he wanted me to do some top 10 lists and other things, and I am one who wants to please my audience. At least try to please them anyways. And so I thought, well, for this 5th episode, maybe I'll do something that is a little difficult for me because, honestly, when I go in to see a movie, I kind of have the hopes that it's going to be good. And for the most part, I try to, get a sense for what it might be. I don't usually go to movies that I might think in the back of my head are kind of marginal. So I tend to at least get entertained when I go to a movie or buy a movie because I do some research. I really think about it. And if I think it's going to be kind of crappy, I try to stay away from it. However, I have found in my time some movies that are truly awful. And I thought, okay, so let's do a top 10, or what you would be considered a bottom 10, worst horror movies I have ever seen. And then honestly, it's really hard because I know there's like about 4 or 5 that just automatically come to mind. But after that, it's starting to get real tough because there are some movies that are bad, but there's things in them that I really like, or concepts that I really am drawn to that I can't just say, oh, it's just horrible. I find some entertainment value, and honestly, I'm one of those guys who loves movies and loves to just kind of dive into the movie and be part, of that world. And so I tend to have created kind of a thick skin for bad movies and tend to find, or at least try to find enjoyment where I can. But these are going to be the worst of the worst, in my opinion. And if you don't see one of the horrible movies that you think deserves to be on the list, well, I might not have seen it. Or I might actually think it's okay. I don't know. It's one of those things. So here they are. Very difficult to come down with 10 of them. But my top 10 worst horror movies I have ever seen. All right? Enjoy the carnage, people.
Alright, starting off at number 10, we have Cheerleader Massacre. Now, you guys might remember this from my last year's 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. I did a review of it, so check out the card for that review. But basically, coming off of the Slumber Party Massacre series, this one was quite a disappointment. It was a downgrade in every aspect when it comes to the violence, the production values, the acting, and even the nudity. It's just been a complete disappointment, but there is enough insanity and crazy messed up parts that there is a little bit of enjoyment there, so I cannot give it like the worst of the worst. There's still 9 more that kind of take the cake in that matter. Next up is number 9, Zombie Lake. Now, Zombie Lake has only one saving grace, and that is tons of nudity. I mean, that's it. That's all, really. This movie is so bad, boring. The Nazi zombies are just green. They just let's put green makeup on them, and that will be the zombies there. I mean, you'll look at the poster art. The poster art here is probably way better than the actual movies. So I mean, God, look at it. I mean, I even had to censor out the titties because it's technically art, but YouTube, whatever. So there we have it. Number 9, Zombie Lake. Now, number 8, oh my God, this is just a movie that pissed me off. This is one of those situations where anger trumps everything else, and that is 28 Weeks Later. It's just so unbelievably stupid. The way the military is in this movie, I mean, this is supposed to be a secure zone, life and death, not just people, but the entire planet. And yet kids can just easily go escape from the compound and come back. I mean, they have this woman, this survivor, who seems to have an immunity to the rage virus, and they keep her in a place that's unsupervised, unguarded, that her husband can just go right up to her and then become infected and kill her and then create all kinds of chaos. And plus, don't even get when they evacuate all the civilians into what I call the kill room. I mean, it just ruins the whole movie. All those stupid things ruin the entire movie. That I can't even, I just can't watch the movie. It makes me sick. It literally makes my blood boil, as you can tell by the rage that's in my voice right now. So that's number 8, 28 Weeks Later. Number 7, The Ninth Gate. Now, a couple of years ago, I did this for my 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, and so I talked about the horribleness of this movie. Check out the card. It's got a link to that. But it's so bad. It's boring. It's so boring, and there's no payoff. The ending is garbage. So frustrating because it has a nice premise, but it just fucking blows it, man. It just blows it. And honestly, I just I mean, I always stay. I always stay and watch movies. I never leave. But oh my God, I so much wanted to just bail on this movie. But I saw it in the theater, and oh my God, I just So, number 7, The Ninth Gate. Number 6, House of the Dead. I mean, Uwe Boll, he makes horrible movies. This movie is completely horrible. Not even tits can save it. It's just horribly bad. It has really, literally nothing to do with the video game. And it's just, it's so sad. I don't even want to talk about it. It's just, God, like the slow-mo action Matrix scenes. I mean, God. Oh, just please make it stop. Number 5, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation. So right now we're hitting the bottom of the barrel here, the bottom 5. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation, just what were they thinking? I mean, Matthew McConaughey before he was like super famous, but it's so bad. Boring, bland, had nothing. I mean, it was almost like a reboot of the first one, except just none of the scares, none of the frights, none of the eeriness, none of the grossness. It just fails on so many levels. Plus, like I said, it's just boring. Oh my God. I had it on video, and I found myself like fighting the urge to fast forward through this damn thing. So that's number 5. Number 4, Hellgate. Hellgate. Now, let me tell you how bad this movie is. Whenever I think of bad movies, this is the first thing that comes to my mind. And you know why? It's because I remember watching it on VHS. And now this is like a 90s movie. It's not the Hellgate from like 2000 something. But it always comes to mind as a bad movie. And I try to remember, what was the plot about him? I think it's like something about like this guy's daughter's dead and he gets some magic crystals to like bring her back or something. And I just remember that it was boring as hell. Like literally nothing worth even remembering in that movie. And it always comes to mind, and therefore it's like just it's bad. It's horrible. I would not even, there's no entertainment value whatsoever in this movie. You would stay away. So number 3, now we're getting to some really bad stuff. Carnival of Souls. Now, this is the remake, the Wes Craven Carnival of Souls, not the original black and white one, which is actually pretty good. But this one is just like Hellgate, boring as hell, except you remember how boring it is because it's so painful to watch how boring this movie is. How you what? None of the awesomeness of the first one seems to even make it into this one. And it's such a shame. And this is like a prime example of why remakes can be really bad, because this is really bad. And number 2 is also a remake. So really, oh God, remakes can go so horribly. So here we go. Number 3, Carnival of Souls. Oh my God. Now, number 2, Day of the Dead, the 2008 remake. I did a quick hits video. Here is a link in the description, or not description, but a card also for that one. Oh my God, it's bad. It doesn't do anything right. And they have fucking ninja zombies. Literally zombies that can dodge fucking bullets. I mean, good, and they explode when fire hits them, like they were super dehydrated or something. I mean, I literally couldn't stand watching it. I mean, if George A. Romero should sue them to get the name Day of the Dead off of this fucking movie. It's horrible. And of course, a vegetarian zombie. I mean, they thought they were being clever and funny, but they were just being pathetic and stupid. Okay, and now, number 1, the worst movie I have ever seen. It is, if you guys know my channel, you know what it is. It's The Falling. The Falling. Oh my God, this movie was so fucking bad. Literally. Let me just give you a nice little sample of how bad it is. Here is an excerpt from my quick hits on The Falling. So, enjoy. Yeah.
I actually looked it up on Wikipedia, and one of the producers quit the film business because of this fucking movie. He quit the fucking film business. I mean, fuck, even the freaking synopsis that is given is fucking not true, but probably for the best, because if it was true and you read it, your eyes would fucking explode. The synopsis says 3 teenagers vacationing in Spain drive through a town where the space station Skylab crashed several years earlier, bringing it with it alien organisms that transfer their human hosts into flesh-eating monsters. That would be awesome. That sounds like a good movie, except there aren't any fucking flesh-eating monsters. Fuck, you hardly even see anyone in the village. I mean, this is populated by 3 people. They blew the whole budget on the 3 special effects shots, like a blown up car and some guy's face exploding, which was nicely done, but it was at the end of the fucking movie. Who gives a shit by then? By then, I'm already fucking dead.
And there you have it, refreshing the list. Number 10, Cheerleader Massacre. Number 9, Zombie Lake. Number 8, 28 Weeks Later. Number 7, The Ninth Gate. Number 6, House of the Dead. Number 5, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation. Number 4, Hellgate. Number 3, Carnival of Souls. Number 2, Day of the Dead. And number 1, The Falling. Oh my God, someone shoot me, please.
And there you have it! There you have it! My top 10, bottom 10, whatever you want to call it. The filth, the worst of the worst, the irredeemable, the unwatchable, the maddening, the angering, the just, whatever it does to rub me the wrong way, to make me absolutely hate the film. That's the list. And, just a little note, you probably haven't seen some of the super duper independent films, like let's say Die Hard Dracula. That's a bad movie, but I wanted to kind of be a little bit more better production ones, because that one was made for $5 on a handy cam somewhere, using their relatives and maybe some local prostitutes they could get on the cheap. I'm just kidding. They probably had a budget of $100,000, but I'm not going to count those because I want something that sort of was at least a little bit major release, or not the ultra independent, because that's just too easy. That's like the whole list there. I could just go through the entire what is that, Power of Evil video that I have, or you could go to the bargain section in most video stores, and they have those 10 movie packs or whatever. But anyways, so that's kind of like where I was with that stuff. So, what did you think? What did you think? Were they all really horrible, or did you like some of them? Leave a comment in the comment section below. And I think that's going to be it. So, just stay tuned for next time, where we do, I don't know what I'm going to do. All I know is that tomorrow I got to work until 11 p.m., so I'm not going to get home until like 11:30, so I might have to do shit before work. Because not only that, but the next day I got to like wake up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, so it's like such a short turnaround. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can still bring it and give you some quality, but you know, things can go wrong. So until then, you guys stay scary, internet, and enjoy the season.